What kind of a crazy setup do you have, Logan?
Oh, this is my studio mic that I finally got the cord fixed.
That is amazing. Okay.
A studio mic.
Fantastic. All right. When last we left our heroes, the party had successfully tracked a pack of wolves to a forest clearing and subsequently made the grisly discovery that the human they had thought victim of the wolves was in fact an undead creature being held prone. Subsequently, more of these undead creatures began to emerge from the trees surrounding the clearing. Phosyon was quickly overwhelmed, but used his barbaric rage to mostly keep the undead creatures at bay. The party's new ward, the enigmatic child, Emma Wood, was downed by one of the creatures, but saved through the quick thinking and uncharacteristically heroic actions of Felix. Thanks in large part to the brutal martial prowess of newcomer Morlo Spinoza, the party emerged from the fray victorious, but wounded, and opted to rest in the forest clearing to regain some measure of their strength. Tempers flared between Felix and Petra while trying to soothe the frantic Emma, prompting Phosyon to step in as a surrogate caretaker. Xantheon realized that the undead creatures in the woods were, in fact, what he had mistakenly took for a hunting party in pursuit of the same pack of wolves, while Natari set about giving last rites and restoring some semblance of dignity to the dead. A jar containing a mysterious ointment was recovered from one of the bodies, bearing a label reading Salvage Apothecary, perhaps offering a clue as to the origin of at least one of the creatures. A flask and a bag of mushrooms revealed another of the fallen to be the missing Cy Bellington. The time is mid-afternoon, the day is bright and mildly warm, and the party is taking a short rest in a forest clearing 2 hours south of Elmswain. Everyone is taking a short rest. I know that you had mentioned wanting to investigate to find personal trinkets on, or personal belongings of the deceased, trying to get some idea of who the identity of them might be. Who is wanting to be in charge of that?
I had said that I was going to be gathering small items off of their persons.
All right, so we've got Phosyon making the check. Is anyone assisting him?
I'll assist.
All right, so either both of you make investigation checks, or one of you do it at advantage.
Foss, you probably have a higher investigation check, so you do it with advantage.
Okay.
Where'd the music go? There's music. There it is.
Okay, so for an 18, definitely more than enough. You spend 5-10 minutes going through the bodies of the deceased creatures, which is an unnerving experience. These creatures have endured far beyond what should be mortal wounds in a normal environment. These things are beaten and frayed and battered, but as you go through,
one of the things I do want to say, as I'm gathering the bodies, I'm going to be piling them up here.
Yep.
And I've left the child Emma up here.
Okay, good to know. And I have just shared with you guys a document in the journal that specifies what is recovered off of their bodies. Did that automatically pop up for you guys?
Yes.
Okay. Those are the 9 items. You find one item of some sort of relevance on each of the 9 remains, and this is what you find.
Okay. So I think last session I took the unopened jar of the mysterious ointment. Yes, because Petra and I argued over that.
Yes.
I took the locket with the small picture of a family as well.
That's correct.
I want the flask and the bag of mushrooms, obviously.
Unfortunately, they're not the happy kind of mushrooms.
Well, I still want them. I'm going to try to sell them as happy mushrooms.
Okay.
Some might call this a shortcut to mushrooms.
Petra, I do not believe we should be taking these as our own. These are to help us identify these bodies when we return to the city.
I know. I forgot last week that I said it was disrespectful. I'm just being an ass. I'm not going to actually do it.
Okay.
All right. So this is what you have found. If you have any questions about any of the items, just let me know. Felix.
Will this list be on here for us to see again later?
It is constantly available under the journal tab, which is the tab on the right-hand side where the chat is that looks like a newspaper.
Thank
Under
you
the-
very much, sir.
Under the headings belonging of the deceased. You can jump on here anytime, even when we're not in an active session, to see this.
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay.
Epic.
Felix, you had mentioned that you had the ointment.
Yes.
The ointment is a small clay jar. Doesn't have a cork top. It actually has a waxed piece of what looks like burlap over the top of it that's tied with twine around it to hold it shut. And on that twine around the lid is where the dangling label that is written salvage apothecary. Are you spending your short rest kind of trying to ascertain what this is?
Yes.
Okay. You roll me an arcana check, and I also need to know, are you opening and testing a bit of the ointment?
Given the type of sealant, I wouldn't trust it to reseal very effectively, so no, I would not.
Okay, so just roll me an arcana check, please. 15. Okay. This is, after looking it over, kind of sniffing it through the burlap that covers it. It smells faintly of aloe. After kind of turning it over in your hands for a while and just thinking about different alchemical concoctions that you've had experience with in your pursuits of arcane lore, this strikes you as being similar to a healing potion, but in balm form. But also, because of its form, you can ascertain that this would have an enhanced potency. This is odd. This is all theoretical. You've never come across anything like this. You're kind of just piecing this together as you sit there, taking a breather in the forest. This is interesting because there are obviously multiple doses in this. This has more longevity than just a simple potion. As to whether or not the effects would be immediate, you can't necessarily say. You've never come across an item particularly like this before.
Would I be able to roll anything to figure out where this salvaged apothecary is? Would I have any frame of reference?
Roll me a general intelligence check.
All
It's
right.
an ultra healing potion.
Super.
It's made from blue chew jelly. It revives your magic and your hearts.
Holy.
You remember seeing it.
Oh.
You remember seeing it right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. 1 second. Right, where again?
It is an apothecary in Elmswain.
All right. So okay. I take note in my book, and I stow it away.
Okay. Anybody else? Oh, that's right. Xanthion, you were skinning the wolves. Is that correct?
Yes.
Please roll me a survival check at advantage.
Okay. There it is. Skinned the shit out of them.
You have field stripped the wolves, and you feel confident that you have preserved the skin, the pelts. Basically, you have taken the jacket off of a wolf, is how well that this was done. I mean, you could basically just put this right back on it and send it out on a cold winter's day.
Fuck yeah.
Please mark 3 wolf pelts in your inventory.
All right.
Is anyone else doing anything for the short rest? Short rest lasts an hour.
I want to inspect the tarot. For some reason, the tarot card interests me.
The tarot card? Yeah, okay. So you take a look at the tarot card. It's old. It has obviously either been used a lot or has just simply been carried around by this person for quite a while. It's tattered on the edges. The cardstock that it's printed on is starting to like come apart at the edges. It's the Seven of Cups. It is not a
Minor arcana.
yeah. It's not. It's not one of the major arcanums. So it's not really sure what the significance is. There's no writing on it. There's nothing that would mark it. It does have a crease along the middle that looks like it has been folded up at some point. Other than that, nothing particularly special about it.
I'm going to grab that and the 10 badge in the shape of a 5-pointed star and stow it away.
Okay. Mark those on your inventory that you have those. Anybody else doing anything?
I'll grab the. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not doing anything, but I just wanted to check and see. Did you see my message on Messenger, Shannon?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I sure did. And also, welcome back.
Nice to be here. I feel better than I did last time.
Well, it's our job to make you feel good.
Ew.
Anyway, so anybody? Oh, okay. So first of all, on this rest, is anybody be standing lookout?
No.
I'm probably looking around because I'm just sitting over there near that tree.
Okay, sounds good. Actually, that would be a good. Morlo is looking for Morlo is lookout. Please position your tokens where you are during this short rest.
I'm just sitting over there at that tree, just looking kind of dazed.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over by Emma and I'm gonna snag that wind-up canary and give it to her and say, "Here you go, little kid. This is a toy, I think.
It's
Knock yourself out."
If this is a toy, this is the most ornate and elaborate toy you've ever seen, Emma. This thing is obviously clockwork. You can see gears and cogs inside in between where the metal feathers are adorning the outside of it. Has a little key that twists it up, and when you twist it up, it hops along the ground and pecks at the ground like it's looking for worms.
You know what? I'm gonna keep this little child. This is cool, and I like it.
Here's the toy kid. Oh wait, no, that's actually cool. Give that back to me.
I'm gonna chase it around.
Wait, hold up.
And look, a bug, a wooden bug. Here, this is a toy for Shirley. You can have this one. Bye. I'm gonna toss her the scarab.
You now have a wooden beetle.
Okay. Bye.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I'm gonna be on all fours, like chasing this canary all over the place while you guys rest.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
She is a cat.
Bing, 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 bing.
This canary is amazing. I'm so excited.
Okay. Morlo, please roll me a perception check.
Wooden beetle? Scarab?
Yep, wooden scarab beetle. About the size of your fist. You've seen wood carvings before. This is a wood carving of about average ability. As far as a toy goes, it's kind of lame, but also at your age, you kind of outgrew little knickknacks like this to play with a while ago. Okay, 16. An hour passes quietly in the woods. Everybody completes a short rest. Please go on to your Roll20 or your D&D Beyond character sheet and click the short rest button on the top right and confirm it. If anybody wants to spend hit dice to recover hit points, please do so at this time and let me know what your result is. Fossion, your bardic inspiration fades.
I am at max hit points on D&D Beyond. Is that correct?
Yes, you were healed. You were healed back to maximum.
Okay.
After one of these creatures attacked you,
You died.
That's a good point. Jim, please roll me a religion check. Jim, are you there?
Did I do it? I heard the.
No, I'm not seeing it. Is anybody else seeing it?
All right, let me do it again.
All right.
I heard the do.
Oh, I think that's because people are rolling hit dice for hit point recovery. Dang, Xanthion. That was a good rest for you.
I'm at 18.
17 religion. Okay. Interesting point, Natari. As a priest, especially a priest of the Blessed Mother, to whom undead are particularly baneful creatures, the behavior that you witnessed from these undead do not this doesn't mesh with your understanding. These were obviously lesser undead, something akin to a zombie or a skeleton, but the way that they
it's like red pepper flakes, but
attacked and the way that they attacked and tried to bite into Fossion and the way that they bit into Emma Wood, like that's not normal. Normally lesser undead like that, they're just mindless minions. They'll usually attack with a club or a stick or their bare hands, and they'll just try to pummel whatever they're attacking to death. These creatures acted like they were feeding, which is bizarre behavior for lesser undead like this, and that is both interesting and particularly disturbing to you. Just something to note.
Question.
You keep
hold on.
emphasizing this, so this is something important, but I don't know what it is.
No, I'm just saying that you, out of everybody in the group, would know that. It's something unusual that your character would be particularly like particularly noticed by your character. Isaac, please go ahead.
Do I still have? I know it's not like a gaping wound right now, but do I still have a bite mark, or did when he healed me it completely close?
It is completely healed over.
Is there even a scar?
It is red. It is
Okay.
like it is like there might be a bruise there, but the wound itself is
Alright.
completely gone.
Every now and then I'm just kind of glancing at it and I as if I'm afraid it's just gonna burst open at any second.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so it's tender, but it's an interesting experience because you went from absolute unconsciousness, feeling the light leave your eyes and thinking you were done for in the world, to absolute full vigor and health. Aside from everything else that was happening, this was a very unsettling experience for you.
Yeah.
In a long line of unsettling experiences in your history.
And then this cat lady is just like, hey,
And this cat lady
here's
is
this cool
just
thing, and then she takes it away.
And literally, like, you looked at it, she gave it to you, you wound it up and sat it on the ground. It started jumping around, and she immediately snatched it away and like kind of handed you a beetle.
I'm batting
Carved
it
out of
around on the
wood.
ground right now.
And she is like seriously like, yeah. Eyes completely like the size of saucers, like absolutely dilated pupils. Okay, an hour passes. I've got Fossion and Xanthion have rolled hit dice to recover hit points. Nobody else, correct? Okay, so the hour passes. What are you guys doing?
Glancing at my wound and occasionally and watching the cat play with the stolen toy.
I
She
may or may
plays-
not have swallowed it.
What?
No, she did, and then she coughed it
did.
back up. So an hour passes. You all feel a bit refreshed and restored.
I'm practicing my with my walking axe on this tree over here, just going through the motions.
As you're keeping an eye out.
Yep.
All right. So the short rest is passed.
Shannon,
right.
I forget what is the range for detect magic?
That's a great question.
30 feet.
30 feet?
Yeah,
30
I
feet.
pulled. It's one of my spells.
Okay. What's up, dude? Oh, okay. No problem, dude. All right, 30 feet.
Okay, never mind then. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right.
Should
It
we
is-
head back to town then, y'all? Like,
I'm
Hey,
waiting for
Zeep
you guys to make that
Xanthorpe.
decision.
hey, Zeep Xanthorpe, are you leaving all these?
It's Xantheon.
I know. Are you leaving these wolves here? You just
I
gonna leave
skinned them
these
already.
skinned? Yeah, no, I know that, but these skinned wolves, you're just gonna leave them in the forest like this,
I mean,
just all skinned and
what
out?
what do you want me to do with that?
I don't know, like toss them somewhere.
It's
we
wolf
could
meat.
just-
Deeper in
Why
the
don't
woods?
we eat it?
Why don't you eat it? Ew.
Orlo, you hear something in the woods.
You guys,
I think
I
we
hear
need-
something in the woods.
The turtle hears something.
The
You listen.
turtle, for God's sakes.
Wait, can you say that slower? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
There
Save-
is
Save the wolf meat.
something moving from the south through the woods very quietly, but it sounds like heavily guarded but heavy footfalls.
Can I investigate?
One set of footfalls.
Roll a perception check.
I'm gonna
Only
Is it just
Only
Morlo that hears
perception.
this?
Well,
No. He said I hear
Oh,
something in
that's
the
right.
woods as
Oh.
soon. So anybody who wants it, roll a perception check.
sure.
Mm,
Can I investigate somehow to like know if I know what that sound is?
Roll a
Move
perception
forward.
check to see if you hear it.
God, we're rolling. so
How'd you
good
guys get
today.
yours to look like that?
I'm gonna roll too.
I don't know.
I don't know either. So I stop playing with the canary and perk up.
Why did you roll twice?
Okay, so Emma, Xantheon, Petra,
Not Felix.
Procyon, Natari.
Still looking in my book. Just kind of looked up. Nope, all right.
Hey Felix, did you hear that? Probably
You guys
not, nerd.
hear? Yeah, you hear it. It is multiple sets of footsteps. Yeah. So Xantheon, roll me a survival check.
So
Okay.
it's coming from like this area?
It is.
From the south.
If you clicked something, I didn't see it.
It's yeah, like that area right around there.
It is coming. Actually, it's coming from down here.
Oh.
Yeah. This is Hooves.
I'm gonna go hide in a tree.
Just as you.
I go.
Hmm?
Can I
Nope.
go investigate?
Yeah, you head down to start investigating. Petra, you start moving for the tree,
I'm going
Okay.
with the investigator.
and as soon as you do, you see 3 people emerge from the wood line to the south into the clearing. 3 people on horseback, except for a moment you're confused because they basically look like they're riding on the necks of their horses, except there are no necks of their horses. There is no horse head. There is a human torso emerging from the body of a horse as 3 centaurs move into the clearing.
Fucking cool. I yell that in game.
They scan you, they look you over, and they say, Blevorduer.
Yes.
Isaac, please check the chat.
he says it's Xantheon.
Guys, it's Xantheon.
Sure thing, Xerxes.
I've
That is
Xantheon
fantastic.
readies his short sword just in case.
As soon as you go for your short swords, they each raise a glaive in each hand.
Oh.
This
I-
put them
I
back-
start-
This one and this one raise a glaive. This one pulls a longbow from over its torso and knocks an arrow as
Did
soon as they
you-
see your swords come up.
Did you ping? Because I didn't see a ping.
Yeah, I didn't see him either.
Glaive.
Still not seeing
I-
anything.
Are you all the way down at the bottom?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you seeing the ping now?
No.
Nope.
No.
Oh, that's because I was on the wrong layer. There.
Ah, ping.
Ah.
Glaive.
This is longbow.
Oh, long.
Okay.
Okay.
Glaive, glaive. And these guys actually come up to flank their companion who has the longbow. Xanthion,
Are
what are
they-
you doing?
I start.
I'm still readying my short swords and. Did you see? He
As
shot
I
an
s-
arrow at me.
No.
No.
Just
Ready
not
to-
one.
Readied his
Just ready
longbow.
one.
And this one, the one in the middle, the one with the longbow at this point screams, Blivordoer!
It's Xanthion.
I yell, wait!
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Oh, we yell wait at the same time. Jinx. I know detect languages, I think.
Well, you don't have to cast it. You're definitely detecting a language.
I start-
Okay.
Yes.
No, wait, no,
I
I
put
don't.
my hands up, and
I'm trying.
I'm not doing nothing.
No, wait,
All
no,
right.
I
Go
don't.
ahead,
Oh, yeah,
Isaac.
comprehend
Emma,
languages.
you said wait.
All right, you're casting comprehend languages.
Oh, wait. Did a short rest? That doesn't. Wait, I don't have any spell slots. Does
Oh,
that
you-
rest spell slots?
It does
a
not.
short rest?
Nope.
Only
Well-
long rest.
Long rest restore spell slots.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna put
Gonna
my
have to
hands up
speak up, Isaac.
and I'm just gonna like
Hello.
advance towards them with my hands up.
Okay, you got your hands up.
You're all gonna
Hey.
get yourself killed.
Leaving. Hello.
Emma, why did you yell wait? I'm known to stab people. You should stop me.
Don't move!
Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
I will.
Damn.
I put my
she's
short swords
bossy.
back and raise my hands.
As Marlo, I walked across and I put my glaive behind me and got in full view right in front of the middle centaur.
Okay.
I dropped the canary.
You dropped it a while ago.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
because you
still
climbed
have
the
it.
tree, didn't you?
No, I didn't. He didn't let me climb the tree. I didn't have a chance.
This centaur starts
would've put it in
curving
my
around
mouth.
this way.
They're saying
And
to stay
Emma, where
still.
did
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Wait, you speak horse person? Who are these things?
It's centaur. Do not offend them. This is not the time.
Hmm.
So they're
The
saying
one-
to sit still.
The one with the longbow steps forward, and you can see that he seems to be looking over you guys into this area up here.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, those are. We did that.
It-
They were already dead like that, though. Can you tell her that, dead girl? Can you tell them all that?
And just as you're saying this, the one with the longbow says, Varför dräpte du dessa människorna?
Ooh, that was sexy. I also say that in game.
Not the time, Petra. Not the time.
These
But it
sound like
was.
Russian. You guys, these sound like Russian centaurs.
Emma,
Where is the vodka?
Hold on.
We do not
I-
speak your language.
I am the machine.
Do I
I know what you're talking
Shannon,
about.
do
Scott.
I notice that Emma is the only one who seems to be able to parlay with them?
Roll. This is pretty crazy. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Isaac, please check the chat.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
Wait,
Then
does
you-
does
Oh, there's-
Xanthion or is he just clueless
How
like
do I-
normal?
There's
How do I
there's
do
there's
that?
just too much going on. It's /W.
That's fair.
Then /W space DM to whisper directly to me.
Okay.
I put my short swords back if that was any that if I got lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you put your short sword back, this centaur lowers its glaive. It still has it, but it has lowered it to its side.
I don't trust.
Shut up.
And then it repeats itself.
We are on that.
Did you hear me? I'm
Hold
so
on.
far
I'm
away.
typing.
Varför dräpte du dessa människorna?
They're either angry or turned on. I can't tell.
Do
What
you
do we
do,
all
little girl?
understand us? Can you understand what I'm saying?
Roll an insight check.
Uh,
Do you want a
it didn't
canary?
work. /W. It didn't work. There we go.
No, they have no idea what you're saying.
Shannon, for the whisper, do we have to type it a certain way other than /W then DM?
/W space DM.
Okay.
Okay, I think Morlo, I'm going to ask. I'm going to turn and walk toward whatever they're pointing at, and motion for them to come along with me.
All right. As you're doing this, you hear Emma say, "De lev de Dieu de agogresos." And then all of a sudden, this very bizarre look comes over all of their faces. And they look at each other. This one starts moving forward. Slowly.
I
Emma,
get out
did you
of
get
the
us
way.
killed?
It is not aggressive in any way. It is a very slow gallop, but it goes straight up to you, Emma.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, sorry to interject here. When you type in, DM doesn't work, so you would have to use Shannon's first name, and a drop-down menu will pop up.
My bad. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
I thought DM did work. And it has to be a / not a backslash.
Yeah,
then.
/.
Okay.
Dad, you're using /.
So,
I tried both slashes.
yeah, that's because I'm an idiot and thought the DM worked.
I should close all my tabs.
So the centaur looks down at you. This thing towers. I mean, this thing is easily 9 feet tall at the shoulders. It's a male, pale skin, hair tied back in a ponytail that comes down the side, holding a longbow with an arrow that is longer than your arm, and a glaive slung over its shoulder that is probably twice as tall as you.
I mean, I've seen centaurs before, right?
Yeah, absolutely,
Have-
you have. But
In
this
my
one
travels,
looks-
have I? Sorry.
No.
No.
You have
Okay.
not.
Just making
You have
sure.
not. No, that's okay. That's okay. And it looks down at you, and in a much softer, calmer voice, it says, "Vorlarte du snakke garden."
What do we do, little dead girl?
She's not dead.
Well, she was.
Meanwhile, this guy is slowly making its way up here.
I'm going to move my character with it.
Okay, that's fine.
Just kind of trying to keep an eye on them, but not
Yep.
showing any hostility.
Yep.
I'm gonna hide behind Emma, but I'm also gonna not break my gaze with the centaur because I dig it.
Felix is just going to be taking notes.
Okay.
Rather odd proportions.
I have a question.
I just imagine Felix walking up with a tape measure and just being like,
Oh, the suits
Gonna
I
make
could
you
make
a
Put
for
your
Taylor
arms up,
suit.
please.
Alright.
So centaurs, are the horses and the human portions the same gender usually?
Usually,
So-
yes.
"Say
Yeah?
what now? Wait,
Yes.
say that again."
I was just
She's
wondering,
asking
like,
if the horse half matches the human half. in
Yes.
gender.
like in
Yes.
like gender wise. I've just
Yep.
never thought about that.
Sure does.
Okay.
Sure does.
I don't know why that matters, but
Dantheon is too petrified to move at this point.
wait, where are you, Xanthion?
I'm over at the bottom still. If stuff goes south, if it goes south, you guys are on your
You're
own.
going south, right?
All right, so you hear Emma respond to it and say, "Vilmarka," and a look of interest and surprise crosses this thing's face, and it just looks down at you and it just kind of nods and then looks up over you to its companions, who at this point are overlooking the creatures that have been laid out by Natari. This one looks back and yells at the one you're conversing with, Emma, and says, "Deter som visha."
What are they saying, Emma?
Are you going to start actually like passing that information along
Yeah.
to the group, Emma? Yes. Okay.
They asked why we killed those people,
They
and I told them that they're the dead walking,
right, good.
and they attacked us.
Yes. Yep, great idea.
And it sounds
Um,
all right as she talks, and you see the difference between her speaking this other language and common. She seems better at this other language than actual common.
Huh.
That's cool. I like that.
Curiouser and curiouser. Emma, can you tell them we're not here to hurt them?
Isaac, are you okay if I just go off of whispers and just we assume that Emma is the feed through of
Yeah.
what they are saying? Okay,
Fine with
excellent.
Cool.
This centaur says, in whatever language this is,
Mhm.
it's like we saw before. And this
Yeah,
one,
gentleman's right here.
this one
Jesus, where'd you come from?
that
They
is
hopped a
talking to
tree.
you, Emma, looks up and nods, and then looks
Mhm.
down at you, Emma, and then looks around to the rest of the group, gives a nod, and in the same language says, "One of our own came back."
Oh no. There was a zombie centaur?
I don't remember that.
Is that what they mean?
Is that why they tasted so bad?
You're not Morlo.
What? That's not good.
Ask them what how many other parties or groups of zombos they have found, and have it all been in these woods? Please.
Ask
many
them
I'll
if
let you
they've
have the
seen a
canary.
shadow.
How many more
Emma,
dead
this
walkers?
this is a lot coming at you.
Yeah,
all
I
at
know.
once.
How many more dead walkers have you seen?
Just our own, but we are watchful now. This is many. You took these out on your own.
They did.
It was mostly the turtle.
He died.
Yeah,
It was
like,
kinda cool.
died.
She, Emma.
She died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you are one of them.
The zombies?
She died.
No, we brought her back. No, that's okay.
How about this? She was knocked unconscious, but we revived her consciousness. She wasn't killed.
Eh.
I'd
Didn't
rather
they-
not
Tomato,
have
tomato.
I'd rather not
Didn't
have three
she-
large half horse, half human beings trying to kill us, please. Thank you.
Centaurs.
Why not?
I don't want to lie to them.
Felix, would this be related to the raccoons?
The shadow. That's what he means.
Centaurs being turned into shadows, I have no recollection of. But maybe the magic at hand, possibly. Would I have to roll insight to kind of piece things together? Shannon?
What are we rolling insight for?
To see if there's any connection between the magics bringing the shadows to life and the zombies, or is that just too far-fetched?
I mean, you kind of came up with that on your own, but as far as like the feasibility of it, roll Arcana.
And poo.
I mean, 11's not terrible. It's enough to know that, I mean, these are two distinct types of undead. Like, I mean, theoretically, could they be linked? Maybe. I mean, all undead is linked by something. It's not really known what, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's hard to say. Hard to say.
Shannon, the music is kind of loud.
Cool.
Do I control that on my end, or is that you?
I got you.
Oh.
I got you, fam.
Thank you.
Hey, Emma, can you
Turn.
ask them if they've seen shadows around?
Shadows. I point to my shadow. There's one.
Yeah, they're everywhere, bro. You're gonna
I
have to
mean
be
the
more
one-
specific.
The one
That'd
that
be on-
the centaur
like
you're
the kind of-
talking to just starts looking back at its own shadow like weirdly.
No. Different entity entirely. Elf boy, let
This
her
one-
do the talking.
This one literally starts spinning in a circle,
It's
trying to get a
Centaur.
look at its shadow.
Oh, the
I
even-handed
resist the urge
Protectus.
to chase its tail.
The
I
gopher
barely.
centaurs.
Hang on a second. Where's Natari at?
Hiding in the woods.
I have a question for the centaurs, Emma, and also for you. First, where did they come from? Do they live here?
I ask him, "Where's your home?"
Just kind of opens his arms.
Okay.
Gesturing to the
They live in
trees.
the forest.
And their people have been turning into zombos too.
And then
Yeah, so you ask,
Yeah.
and
I'm-
says, just one,
Just one?
but one is enough.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
not good.
These woods grow dark, we move. We recommend you do the same.
We follow you.
So they
What?
live in the forest?
No.
Emma, sorry to bother you. Could you ask if they destroyed the corpse of the centaur that rose?
Did you destroy the corpse of the centaur that became dead walking?
It is returned to the air.
They
Hmm.
burned it.
Should we burn these too?
Probably. I ask.
Shrugs.
Drunk?
This is some magic we have never seen before. They slowly start to back away.
Can we follow them? Or should we follow them, guys?
I think we should follow them.
They're
I
leaving.
would venture to say no.
Centaurs can be very territorial.
Fair
And
enough.
Considering
Okay.
most of the
I'll
cast
just
Why do you
wave
know
them.
so much about centaurs? I'm very confused.
Yeah. Why do you speak their language? What is the language they speak? You're a
Ling-
mysterious little being.
Okay.
They start
Language
backing
of the
away
Fae.
into the woods. And,
What an exit! I say in game.
and they are keeping a sharp eye on you guys
They're just
as they are
walking
backing
backwards into
away.
the shadows.
I'm just gonna wave.
And as you wave,
As they
the
leave.
one on their left kind of gives you a little nod and turns and disappears into the woods.
Farewell, Centauran.
The one in the
Think it
front kind of bows low and says, "Vær forsiktig här ute, Tuben."
Ooh, I think
Which-
they like me.
Emma, you know, means be careful out here, two legs.
They said to be careful.
And they are gone.
Well, no.
They're in the void.
What's the fun in
They've
that?
been banished.
I'm still very confused to why Emma knows that language.
We should probably get out of here though. If they're leaving,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
probably
I-
means we should go because they're a lot bigger than us, and we are us.
Hey, size doesn't matter.
Oh,
Well, that went there.
Too soon?
you're so awkward, Zebedee.
Santion.
Mm-hmm. Let's get out of here then.
Shannon, did you see my message in the chat?
I did now.
Groovy tavern music.
Roll.
Where'd Dad go?
Did a bard just walk in?
Yeah, Shannon, can you turn the volume down on that, please?
Sure.
Yeah, just a second.
Thank you.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some food.
Is that good?
A little bit more. Please, unless anybody else is
Yeah, it could be
That-
just
that-
a hair.
it takes
Thank
a
you.
little
You
bit
can
of-
control it.
takes a little
You
while
can
for
control it
Perfect.
in the
Data.
settings. You guys control it in the settings too, because I have it barely turned up.
Oh, I thought that was just on him. Okay, my
Oh.
apologies, Shannon.
Sweet.
No worries.
What did you want me to roll for that, by the way?
That's the reason I
That's a
got
good
my
question.
camera off. I'll turn it back on in a minute.
I mean, roll an Arcana check.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh shit.
You got a good roll. Congrats.
any lingering magic that was animating them has faded since they were defeated. Now they are just simple humanoid remains.
Well, I suggest that we burn these bodies. Well, one, so that they can't be reused, and two, Natari, where are you?
I have a question, Shannon.
He speaks. Yes.
Because
I
the
haven't-
devil.
I have an ancient text that has terrible secrets. Does any of this what we're noticing in my text?
No, the text that you have is more of a religious nature.
Okay.
Natari, would you like to give me a hand in piling these bodies, or at least laying them together?
Would you like to stop hiding?
I have 9 hit points. Yes, I'll help you.
All right. So for the sake of brevity, you pile the bodies together.
We should. But yeah, we're going back to
Emma,
town.
how many
right?
hit points do you have?
8.
Just one more.
And the bodies are cremated, I assume.
That's the only way we can get rid of them without them being reused. So.
All right. So what are you? Sorry, go ahead.
In that tree and catch it on
If we're
fire.
if we're burning the bodies, we should put them into the clearing first, so it doesn't catch on the trees.
True.
I
Plus
can't
we need
see the
marshmallows.
bodies of the zombies.
Which is easy enough to do.
Oh yeah, the dead tree.
Hey Emma, you want to piggyback ride to town?
What's that?
Like like sit on someone's
You know how the
shoulders,
cen-
so you don't have to
How
walk.
centaurs
You know, like
look
cute
like they're
kids
riding a
con
horse?
adults into doing it so that they don't have to walk places.
Boss, are you
Why would I do
are
that?
you assisting with the cremation?
Because you died.
Yes.
I didn't die.
As you are piling
well,
the
Tomatoes,
bodies
tomatoes,
around
though.
and getting them ready to use the dead fallen tree as kindling, you start to feel winded. Like this is quite a physical exertion for you, more so than it really honestly should be, because these things are fairly light. I mean, they're not particularly large remains, but you do pick up a level of exhaustion. You feel a cold sweat break out on your skin.
Ooh, maybe you shouldn't be touching those things.
Does he look sick?
Ooh,
Roll a
he always looks sick.
roll a medicine check.
Would
Well,
Felix have noticed
I
this?
don't complain, so everybody knows I'm not complaining.
Yeah, he looks pale. He looks Emma. He looks pale. Yeah, Felix, roll a perception check.
Perception. All right.
Yeah.
Well, here goes. It's gonna be poo.
I believe in you.
Yep. Nope. You don't notice.
I failed to mention that I'm wearing my required PPE while piling these bodies up.
Yeah, you gotta be safe. You gotta be safe.
Who is it? Who is it that looks sick?
Phocion, the Dragonborn, the one that kind of comforted you after Felix and Petra had their spat.
Lizard man.
Lizard man.
Oh,
Yes,
I'm laughing
Emma,
in game.
You look sick.
I'll be
Ooh,
okay.
yeah. You
I'm
look
just-
even worse than usual.
Now that Emma has pointed it out,
Petra.
everybody notices.
I'm a little
Petra.
tired after all of those camp attacks.
Come on!
What?
Are you sure
Throw
that
the
you
guy a
didn't get
bone.
some sort of disease?
I think if anyone got the disease, it would be the turtle. He was eating them.
Yeah, he's a freak. He's nasty.
Super freak, super freak.
We should
super
address
freaky.
that.
I think I'll be good once I get some sleep.
So,
Back up a bit. I don't want to get sick.
Ben, you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Gotcha.
Okay. Bodies are piled together. You guys have enough firepower at your disposal to set up a dead tree, no problem. The tree goes up, the bodies are immolated.
Should someone say some words or something? Hey, religious guy. Natari. Say something for him.
I had to unmute myself. What'd you say?
Say some words while we burn these dead people. I feel like it's important. You're a religious dude.
All right.
It's a very beautiful sermon.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that middle part.
You sound like one of those snake handlers, man.
It was really touching. Thank you.
Sounded
Those
like
words?
a curse.
Baptist is what he is.
Hmm.
It wasn't my snake, but it was snakes involved.
I feel like I'm never gonna ask you to say words for anybody ever again. I could have done
Sounded
a
more
better
like
job
a
than that.
curse than a sermon.
Did you have a stroke? Oh my goodness. That was a mistake, clearly. I'll say something instead.
That's a mistake. I
Oh,
don't know why I said
God
that.
preserve us.
Would everybody clasp your paws or hands or claws, what have you? And not on your head, in your hands like this. What are
I've
you
said
doing?
I've said my prayer, cat. Do your thing.
Well,
I
we know you.
respectfully drop on one knee and bow my head.
Okay, well that's a little much, Lizard. Okay, but okay.
That's what my
Um,
religion calls
these
for.
were people who had families and lives that were probably cut very short, and that really sucks. And we are very sad about it. Even though we killed them all after they were dead. And anybody else got anything to say? Jim, you want to jump back in there? No? Okay. And Spiritu, Sanctus,
In nomine Patri et
Ave
Filii et
Maria.
Spiritus. In nomine Patri et Filii et
Mhm.
Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Ave Maria.
So is it like a play or
Who?
That's it. That's what you
Just-
say, right?
It,
At the end, Ave
it's
Maria.
Xanthion.
It's Xanthi.
Zebediah,
Okay.
I swear to God. I swear to all the
All right.
gods.
All right, are we ready to go now? Can we go?
It's
Come
Xanthion.
on then. Oh my gosh. Drinks? Drinks. All right, come on, little girl. You can hop on Felix's back. He'll take you back to town.
I can
Here we go.
walk.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I kind of died today.
She did. I'm just trying to look out.
My legs
Sometimes I
still
consider
work.
it.
So,
Sometimes when you die, you just need a piggyback, right? You feel better.
She's a sassy dead girl.
so we are heading back toward Helmswain? What's the plan?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you leave the forest clearing behind you, heading back through the woods. Xanthion taking the lead once again, as he was the one who led you here, and ably and deftly the ranger again leads you out of the area, heading back north toward the Monshiver farmstead to collect the bounty of the 6 wolf ears that you had found. The woods begin to thin a bit. You've been walking for about a half an hour. Starting to get a little bit later into the afternoon. The piling of the bodies and the immolation took probably the better part of another hour after the parley with the after the centaurs, and then all of a sudden a tiny green woman comes shooting out of the woods at you.
What?
A tiny green woman with wings
I stab her.
shooting
Um,
out
Excuse
of the
you?
woods at you.
How tiny?
You about a foot tall.
Is this something I've
okay,
seen
I
before?
don't stab her. I ready my short sword.
Is it a goblin?
Shannon.
Yes.
A nymph?
Oh, I know who you are.
And
Let me guess. You're
you
the
get
little.
a good look at this girl, and she is absolutely paying you no attention, Felix, whatsoever.
That's fine.
This girl, she's got green skin and long, beautiful red hair that comes down, covering her garments that look like stitched together leaves, dragonfly wings on the back, and bare feet. She actually doesn't look so much as just kind of flutter about 6 inches off of the ground. And Emma, you actually recognize her immediately. This is somebody that you are exceptionally familiar with.
Hold on.
This is Lemony.
Somewhere. Yeah. I had her down here somewhere.
And she comes up to you and she takes your head in her hands, and her eyes are big and tears just start to come down her cheeks. And she says, "Oh my God, it's Emma, where have you been?"
I'm so glad I didn't stab her.
You are awfully popular, Emma. Who is this?
Maaloff. He took me back. He said I could find my mom and dad.
By the Summer Queen's Court. No. She looks at you and she pulls down your eyelids and she looks deep in your eyes and she takes your wrists and she holds them as if she's taking your pulse.
Mm-hmm.
And she just says, "Oh, he found you. Oh, honey, we tried so hard to keep you safe. Oh."
She died earlier today, but that's important.
It's okay. I'm gonna find Mom and Papa.
Honey, this isn't your home. This isn't your land. He cast you off to some random spot on the material.
Well, I can still look for Mom and Papa.
Yeah, you can, but you can't come back. You have to stay here and find another way.
What do you mean?
Your time in the Feywild is over, child. If you go back there, he will have you. Here you are.
Question: is this all in Sylvan?
No, she's speaking the
Okay.
common tongue.
That explains why you were able to talk to the Centaurs.
Hey, what? I missed it. I got distracted by the canary again.
Yeah, you absolutely did.
I'm
So moving
still
on.
so happy I did not stab her.
Stay here. Stay moving. Find another way to find your father. Your mother. Find another way to find your father.
Okay.
Stay moving. The more you move, the less likely he can find you. But know this. He is arrogant. The pacts that he makes, they cut both ways. You can use that. You can harness it, and you can become powerful.
You mean Maaloff?
Yes. He thinks he's omnipotent, but he isn't. He can be outsmarted.
Omnipotent?
He thinks he knows everything. He thinks he can do everything.
Oh.
And then this tiny green girl looks up at all of you. You're towering feet above her. Her eyes are big and wet. And she just looks around at you.
Hey, who are you?
Ah,
Who's Maloff? Madoff? Madoff? Maloff? Malox?
What?
Malum?
He is,
Malleus?
he's a terrible, terrible man, being.
Why
terrible,
is he?
terrible archfey, isn't he?
Oh my gosh, you're such a know-it-all. So why is he after Emma? Emma, why is this grown man after you?
I don't.
He said he could. He said he could help me find Papa.
Ooh, yeah, you don't trust anybody, kid. That was your first mistake.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like that was not the time to say that.
Oh,
So,
oops.
that
And
makes
as
sense.
soon as you say that, Xanthion, her eyes dart over to you, and actually excitedly, her wings perk up, and she kind of hovers over to you, and she reaches up and she takes your hand if you let her.
Yeah.
She just looks at you and she says, "Elf, Elf,
Mhm.
yes,
Cat,
yes, you are, sweetheart, and you're a beautiful one."
thank you.
Okay, Petra, this is my moment. I don't get a
Oh.
lot of this.
Sorry. Sorry, Zoop. Doop.
Yes,
It's Xanthion.
I know.
you can. Yes, you could keep her safe. You could keep her here. You could keep her here. You could keep her with you. You could keep moving. He wouldn't find her. He wouldn't know where to look. Will you do this? All of you, will you do this, please?
Wait.
Yeah.
You have our
Wait.
word.
What?
Yes.
Well,
Petra,
okay.
Petra, you're a negative Nancy, okay?
First of all, I'm always a negative Nancy. Thank you. And we're gonna babysit now?
We're not
Lord, I
babysitting.
wish the phrase "curiosity killed the cat" kicked in anytime soon.
You will
I'm
not.
curious as
You
to
will
why
not
you
have
are all
to
okay with
babysit
this.
her. You will not have to babysit her. She will have more power in time than even you can imagine. She will be an asset.
Would I understand, considering the phrase "she made a pact with Maloff" and that he is an archfey? Would I be able to discern what that means for Emma, or would I have to roll an insight check?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that actually would fall under Arcana because it's
Okay.
a pact of magic.
Okay. Holy shit.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
you have heard of warlock pacts before, and you are aware that archfey are a class
Tricksy.
of entity that makes warlock pacts.
You're a little warlock.
Yeah.
What's
All
that?
Come on,
right.
baby.
Someone who's made a deal who will gain
Give it to Papa.
quite a bit of power as time goes by. We won't have to
Yeah.
babysit you at all, but we will keep you safe.
I mean, they will.
Go figure. You're
I
about
don't know
as
how
useless as
useful
tits on a
I'm gonna
boar.
be. I mean, I'm not promising I'll be useful. I'll at least be entertaining, maybe.
Oh, good. At least we can't write liar on your tombstone.
Mm.
Okay,
You know what I'm gonna write on your tombstone?
You guys, you know what? Let's be a little positive.
No, we're being entirely positive.
I'm positive I'm gonna piss on his tombstone.
Funny. I thought cats live shorter lives than humans.
I have 9, baby.
Just not.
Lemony turns back to you, Emma, and takes your shoulders in her hands, and she just kind of shakes her hands and says, "Oh, the summer court bless you, child, for what you are about to endure." But
Thanks, little one.
I think these are good people, and I think you'll be safe with them.
Are you leaving?
The others and I, we did everything we could to keep you safe, and we failed. He got to you. And now we will go back, and we will do everything we can to prevent him from getting to you again. But I fear if I stay here too long, the doorway may stay open long enough for him to come through. I will see you when I can, child. I promise.
Okay.
She brushes your cheek.
Okay.
But you just sort of go silent.
She just hugs you.
Yeah, I hug back, and it's kind of awkward because, like, 10-year-old girl and a foot-tall fairy.
Yeah, you're easily you're easily like 4 times, 5 times her height. I mean, like literally, it's
There's
like
5 people watching.
very gently.
Yeah.
Do you have anything awkward you want to say? Zeep.
Xanthion.
Mm,
No.
no, you don't want to mess this up. Okay.
No.
She looks at you, Emma. She takes your hands in hers again, and she says, "Remember, you can use his power against him. Learn, child, learn.
Okay.
I swear I will see you again."
But he was
It's ominous.
gonna help me.
Don't trust him. He deals in lies and deceit and half-truths. His words twist until they mean nothing. But you are linked with him now. And that link goes both ways. You can draw from him power that he never imagined giving you. Learn how to harness it.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, Emma.
How do I do that?
You'll know. You'll feel it. It flows within your blood now. Oh, I love you so much, child. I'm so sorry.
My blood?
I have to go. Thank you all.
You sure you don't want to stay for a drink?
Do you have a drink?
Yeah,
No,
we gotta-
I have to go. I have to
Oh.
go. I have to go.
Fair one,
Damn.
is there anything else that you can tell us? Any signs to look for to know that Malef is near?
You'll know. You will know. And if you think he's near, run.
Ooh.
Stay moving. Don't stay in one place for too long. Sorry, Emma. I love you. And let's back into the trees.
Yeah.
Just sort of
That was
wave.
also a cool exit.
Bye, Lemony.
I almost stabbed her.
Yeah, you're an
Lemony.
idiot.
Why do you just want to stab everybody?
I don't. There's no good answer.
Yeah,
know
Xanthion,
what?
you might want to get that worked out.
Just go sit at a tree or something. Just go think about what you were gonna do.
It's
For
gonna go stay in
Xanthion, it's
timeout.
either
Mhm.
Xanthion, it's either a short sword or therapy.
And he always chooses.
He always chose the swords.
Or the guys, let's be positive.
Whatever.
So she's gone now.
So yeah, that happened.
Yeah. Did we?
So Emma's a warlock?
Emma would be a warlock if she made a pact with an archfey, yes.
Huh.
Which means that she will have access to not many, but she will have access to some very interesting powers.
Well, it sounds like you know a lot about this, so why don't you be her mentor, you know?
Why don't
like her...
you stop telling people what to do?
Oh,
I
it's just a
don't feel like I
question.
have
You
powers.
phrased the question like a statement, but Emma,
Yeah, it's a rhetorical.
you'll understand in time.
I don't feel like I have powers.
I don't feel like I have fleas, but I got them, honey. That's life.
Maybe stop
Okay.
playing with alley cats.
Well, the last
Oh.
alley cat I laid with was your mom, so
Hmm.
she's the one who gave me fleas.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
What a seething quip.
Is
Your
a cat-
intellect knows no bounds.
Your
Mm,
mom is a
Oh.
cat?
you're so poetic.
I am.
Emma,
At least one of us
don't-
has to be
don't
something
listen
other
to
than
him.
vulgar.
Oh boy. Yeah, you take the high road. You're so sophisticated and so smart.
Somebody has to be.
I could never verbally spar with a smart person like you because you know so much. Ooh,
I'm
look at
glad you
me.
finally admit it.
Xantian fully just starts
I'm
walking back to town
Felix.
again.
Yep, and
I
I
like
start
to draw
walking
my
with him.
No, he
words
grabs
out.
Emma's hand and starts dragging her along with. It's like, I was told to protect you. You're coming with.
Ow. All right, well, that took care of itself. All right, I'm going to the bar.
Okay, what's the marching order?
I'm behind Xanthion and Emma.
Okay.
I will lead the way.
I don't much care where I'm at.
I mean, you're with me, so
Sure.
I'm in the back.
you got the short end of that stick.
Yeah, I guess I'm walking beside the elf.
Half elf.
The map's not showing.
I had to reload, Jim. It's coming back up. Oh no, it's
Oh.
not. It's
It's just the post
It's the
board.
job board.
It's a job
Yeah.
board.
Yeah,
This
do you guys?
terrain is in our imagination.
Ooh.
Theater of the mind.
Imagination.
Nation.
It's the best nation. Okay, so you guys trudge back through the woods, and Emma, you do feel a little strange. Really hard to explain. Just kind of like maybe a little dizziness, a little ringing in the ears. Let's say Xanthion, Felix, and Petra. Please roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Joy. Fucking, it had to be one of my worst ones.
So it's-
Go with the first one.
It is my worst one.
I don't know why it rolled twice.
Oops. Did I do that right? That wasn't a
5,
saving throw.
5, and oh no.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, it's 5. Okay, no, it was the Arcana from earlier.
You
I'm
feel, you feel some bizarre heart palpitations, Emma. Something very strange is happening. Strange and wonderful changes are happening in your body. And,
You're going through puberty.
and Felix and Petra are charmed by Emma for a good 6 seconds. Kind of feels like the way that you felt while you were back on the Feywild, Emma. It's kind of neat. You kind of like it, and you don't know where it came from, but you feel like this is something that you might actually be able to control. And then, for just a moment, Felix and Petra, you guys just think Emma is the cutest little thing that ever existed. She is just the bee's knees. And then the moment passes, and it's just like, oh, that was weird. And then you trudge on through
What the
forest.
Does Felix understand what happened?
Roll me an Arcana check. Why not?
Okay.
I totally forgot I also, Shannon, even though it didn't matter because I passed it, I
Arcana
have
the shit
advantage
today.
against being charmed.
Yeah, I'm aware, but you
Okay.
passed anyway. So
Yeah, so
Did I can charm people. Do I just know that she just charmed me?
you can roll
Or
me
do
an
I need to
Arcana check.
roll?
You can roll an Arcana check.
Okay, I'll try it.
Yeah, Felix, this was obviously a charm effect. You're too busy with the canary, Petra.
Okay.
I imagine what
Oh.
happened was everybody was just walking, and then Emma just sort of stopped for a moment and
Uh-huh.
looked around, and then they both just looked at her.
Literally, they just kind of paused in step and just kind of, both of their heads just kind of tilted to the side, smiling at you.
That's
No.
kind of creepy.
Oh,
And then they went on.
Ugh.
oh, well, looks like the changes are happening sooner than you thought, Emma.
Oh, I didn't like
Oh.
why I don't like kids. Why did I
Ugh.
just like that one?
And yeah, for like 6 seconds, you really, really liked this kid.
That's
What the fuck was
Uncle
that?
Ernie. You need to stop.
No. Like, I mean, maternally speaking, like just like, oh, she's so adorable.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Ew.
it looks
What
like
the hell?
looks like you got Petra too. Oh, looks like we got
do
both
you
of
mean?
us.
What do you mean she got us?
What happened?
Fey magic. Your magic came through unintentionally, and you cast a charm spell.
Ew. Don't do that again.
I didn't do it on
I don't
purpose.
think
It's
she,
all right. It's all right. It
I don't
happens.
think she meant to.
Trust me. I
Ugh.
cast my first firebolt when I was 7, and I about took out my father. So there was
Oh,
that.
I cast my first
What?
fireball when I
Nice.
was 7. Look at me. I'm so
Okay,
talented.
cast charm on Petra again. I liked her better.
Ugh. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead of you guys. I'm leaving you behind.
And Petra trudges off about 30 feet ahead into the woods.
Yes.
Uh,
I take Emma. All right. I kind of lean down and I tell Emma, if you can do that again on her, I'll give you a gold.
I'll give you 2.
I love it.
Felix, please mark inspiration on your character sheet. Okay. For the sake of brevity, it takes about an hour and a half to get through the woods back to the Monshiver farmstead, which happens without incident. No further incursions in the woods. It's a calm day. It is approaching early evening by the time you arrive back at the farmstead. And I assume that you are cashing in your ears for bounty.
Yeah.
Farmer Monshiver is there and welcomes you back and counts it out in six wolf ears at 5 silver each. Counts out to 3 gold.
We did all of that for 3 gold, you guys.
Worth it.
Was it?
Well, don't forget, you got quite a bit of gold off of the bodies of the fallen as well.
Yeah, I'm not taking that gold.
Is Foss looking any better?
Actually, roll a perception check.
Oh yeah. Can I roll medicine again?
Yeah. Roll a perception check first.
All of us?
Yeah, everybody.
Yep. Okay.
11.
I am not gonna see shit.
I got garbage.
Yeah, so everybody except for Emma that rolled.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah, actually, Morlo, you're the first to notice. Yeah, Foss isn't there.
What?
Like, in the group?
Yep. He had been bringing up the rear, and you look back to check on him, and he's like, not there.
Can I
Hey, guys,
investigate?
Roll an investigation check.
Where's the dragon?
Yeah, so Morlo, you kind of go blazing past Xantheon. Takes you about 10 minutes. He is passed out at the base of a tree about 300 yards back from the property line of the Monshiver farmstead.
Can I do a medicine check?
Yep. Well, actually, Morlo, you got there first, so you can do the medicine check if you
I'll
want
do
to.
Yep.
Can I follow?
You aren't quite there yet.
Okay.
Your little baby legs don't get you
All right. Understandable.
quite as fast.
I got 11.
Yeah. Looks basically kind of like heat stroke, overexertion, exhaustion. He's kind of clammy, kind of cold sweat. Breathing is steady and deep. Just unconscious.
I slap him.
Does he have a skin of water?
So as you're checking out and ask if anybody has a skin of water, Xantheon steps right past you and slaps him. Foss, you are shaken awake.
Oh,
Yes!
Ouch! He's got scales for God's sakes.
Yeah, your hand hurts too, Xanthion.
Motherfucking orcs!
2 points of damage.
Shannon, does Felix not see what's happening?
What was your perception check?
Oh, the perception check was shit.
12. Yeah, no, you noticed he wasn't there. You're
Oh, okay.
following this. You would be just arriving at this point.
And you hear me yell, "Motherfucking orcs!" as soon as I get slapped.
Well, good morning.
Jim casts a cantrip.
I don't see any orcs.
Sorry, I slapped him.
So Foss wakes up, screams that. Natari comes running in and casts Spare the Dying. And it's like, oh no, he's okay. Okay, good.
Oh, what happened?
Your head is
Passed out.
Your head is killing you.
Didn't you say you were okay there, buddy?
I'm
You,
fine. I'm fine.
Yeah,
you don't look
great.
I just want to sleep.
Oh, sorry about that. You kind of were doing that already.
Just for context, you guys are about 15 minutes south of Elmswain, just so you know your location.
Jim, do you have any others for the class there, Jim? I see you got some popsicles. Come on, man.
Wow.
Come on.
Push pops.
Selfish.
I miss push pops.
That's not a popsicle.
You have to bring enough for the class.
I love you, Christian. Felix.
You gotta share.
Now, my rule in class is, do you have enough for me? Okay.
Nice.
Bribe the teacher.
I try to get to my feet.
Yeah, you can get to your feet. It's no problem. You just kind of feel like this may have just overcome you a little bit.
Felix, am I there? Can I help him get up?
Of course. Yeah, you're all standing around him now at this point. You help him to his feet. He's a little unsteady on his feet, Foss. You kind of feel a little bit dizzy. Got a little stinging headache in the back of your neck, but I mean, you're fine. You just kind of got tuckered out for a second on the trudge back through.
Let's see.
What you need is a good drink, and so do I. So let's go.
Foss, here you go. Here you go. And as Felix has a hand
is there
around,
something on the back of my neck. Felix, is there?
I'm gonna look.
Maybe I touched him.
Let me
Roll a
take
perception check.
I hope not. I touched you.
What a weird question.
I'm looking too.
Yeah, I want to know. Let's all look.
But I'm
Scooby-Doo style.
I'm looking, but I'm not getting in the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pile on top of everyone else and look like Scooby-Doo style through a doorway. You know.
None of us are gonna see.
I didn't get one.
Actually, no. This is actually perfect. You guys are all actually. As soon as he says that, you guys all start crowding around each other and
Fighting each other,
trying to take the lead.
Hey Scott, you're on persuasion.
I'm at the bottom of the pile.
Oh shit, persuasion. Okay.
Scott's trying to persuade Fossion's head into not hurting anymore.
I just saw the P and clicked on it.
I rolled a 19.
Wow. You still managed to roll one lower.
I somehow saw it.
Yeah.
I'm getting trampled.
with your sharp elven eyes, and Emma, just because from your lower vantage point, they're not all getting in the way of you.
Fair.
No. Seems to be fine. Where he's pointing out, there's nothing. He does still have a few bite marks on him from the combat, but none of those are on the base of his neck.
Why
Is he showing
nothing there?
Is he showing signs of any like poison? I know.
Roll a medicine check.
Shannon, while that's happening, I'm going to uncork my water skin and try to persuade Foss to take a drink.
That's garbage.
21 medicine.
Can I do a medicine check?
I drink all of Felix's water.
Yeah, this absolutely could be a poison. This actually could also just be exhaustion. I mean, this could be overexertion. Hard to say. You could take a look at him when you get back into like a more tranquil, neutral setting. Right now, you're just kind of standing.
Oh my
a few
God, guys,
feet
get
away
away from me! Sheesh, I just need alcohol.
See, I told you I was right.
The Grimlock.
What
Okay.
did I tell you guys? Literally the first suggestion I made.
Mm-hmm.
You're not
Okay.
wrong.
Once
I
the
skip
cat
ahead.
is right.
Hey,
You called
I
him the
like
lizard
you.
earlier.
I did, but that's because the little girl did, and it was cute. Don't. Oh no, she got me again.
What?
I don't think she did. She got me again.
No, she definitely got me again. Oh man, you guys.
What did I
No,
do?
I
So
was charmed.
I'm gonna walk next to Foss as we head back.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
also
make
keeping
sure-
an eye on him.
I'm just
gonna
making sure
skip
Emma
ahead.
doesn't leave my line of sight.
Oh yeah, sure. So yeah, you guys make it back into the city of Elmswain. It takes about 15 minutes from the Montshiver farmstead. Foss, the water cools you down. I mean, you don't feel particularly better, but you don't feel like you're going to pass out again.
I head straight for the Grimlock.
Okay.
I start on the walk there. I'm start talking to him. I'm asking him about like how does he feel?
Take 5, guys. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
Little one,
Take
I
5
feel
what?
fine.
Shannon's
you,
got to take
Five.
care of
Thank you,
dad
Five.
stuff.
Thank you, 5.
Places, everybody.
Is your head hot? Have you been sneezing, coughing?
Upset
Stomach,
diarrhea.
heartburn, indigestion. Hey,
Hey, what's up?
you know what you need?
I just got
Pepto.
Pepto-Bismol.
I just got bombarded by like 3 or 4 Walking Dead things, and I'm sure I'm just tired.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go drink ourselves under the table.
I think they bit me a few places.
Well,
Why
yeah,
don't you
they
drink
did.
underneath the table?
You might want to get that looked at.
You want me to show you how to drink someone under the table, Emma?
No. Why would you drink underneath the table?
Well, it's
Well,
an
it's really
expression.
it's wonderful. It's wonderful whenever it starts to rain.
Mhm.
You're
It's an
drinking.
expression that performative alcoholics like to say.
Formative alcoholics. I like that. Damn it! I have a standard to obtain and uphold.
Yeah, when I say performative alcoholic, I mean me. So
Emma, alcohol
it's where
is a
you.
wonderful
Do you
thing. Any
mean you
slogan
It
you
is.
can come up
perform your
with.
alcoholism or alcoholism?
Alcoholism.
Do you perform your alcoholism or do you perform and you're also an alcoholic?
Yes.
So I'm very performative about my alcoholism. It's very
okay.
entertaining to everybody else. So that's what
Well,
it
if we're
is.
taking 5, I'm going to the bathroom.
All right.
Thank you, 5.
Hey, Scott.
Yep.
Places.
Fuck you, places. No, what did he say? Go fuck yourself, places.
Go fuck yourself, places.
That's
I
right.
like that better though. Fuck your places.
Fuck your places. That's right.
Fuck your places.
That's not mine. That was Shannon's.
Fuck your places.
And I bet Logan was just dying to do that for Guys and Dolls, but didn't happen.
What about Guys and Dolls?
I said, I bet you were just waiting for Guys and Dolls for somebody to yell places.
So
Go
you
fuck
go,
yourself,
go fuck
places.
yourself.
I was so excited.
I know. I can imagine.
Yep. Good talk. Good talk.
I'm gonna go do Dominique's bedtime routines. I'll be back.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Not
Oh.
everyone.
Everyone left.
You're stuck with 3. Shannon. So as Fascion, because he stated he was going to go to the tavern with Petra. Is there a well nearby I can go fill up my water skin because he just drank everything out of the water skin?
There's a well in the market square. Once you
Okay.
get back into town, you got to go through the market square the way you went out of town to get to.
We were already in town, weren't we?
You were just getting into town. All of that
Okay.
happened right outside of the Montshiver farmstead, and then you went the
Right.
next 15 minutes.
Right.
Actually, good point. Everybody, please roll me a perception check.
Okay. I am not going to see shit again. Wow, 13.
Wow.
You might.
I
I'm
might.
just garbage rolling.
What'd you get, Petra?
7.
Ooh. I feel for
I've
you.
been doing pretty good,
Shut up, Xanathar.
Xanthion.
Do I roll?
Zachariah.
Whatever,
Does,
Zebedee.
wait, who said that? Does who roll?
Me.
I thought you did. Sorry. Yes, you would roll too. Yeah. So as you're coming back into town, the road that you bring back into Elmswain is called Rybach Way. And actually, the first building that you pass on your left as you're coming back into town is the dormitorium. And then right next to the dormitorium, you notice the salvage apothecary. Just for your note.
Who what?
The salvage apothecary is right next to the dormitorium when we walked in.
Yeah, it's the salvage apothecary is the second building on your left as you're entering.
Oh, that was for everybody. Okay.
Yes.
So first off, I'm gonna go refill my water skin in the market square.
Okay. So you trudge
And-
through the outskirts of Haymarket into Old Town, passing Equus Lane and all of the happy memories that it shares in the attic of Batilda Bagdorf.
Oh yeah, she got stabbed by Xanthion.
Uh
Oh my
huh.
gosh.
Good times. I'm gonna go check on her.
You actually
Don't.
on your way to the Grizzled Grimlock, you pass a tavern called the Lumpy Lady, and into
Yes.
the market square and across the market square to the Grizzled Grimlock.
Wait, I kind of want to go into the. You guys, you want to try a new bar?
While that's going on, I'm going to go to the apothecary.
Oh, so okay. Well, that would be before you go to the well. The well is in the.
Oh no, I was gonna go to the well first and then go to the apothecary.
Oh, so you go into the well and then back out to the.
Yes, I was say because I don't want to forget that I have an empty water skin.
Yep, no problem. Okay, not a problem.
Do you
What are the rest
say-
of you guys doing?
Do you say that you're gonna go fill up water?
Yes,
Just
I'm.
leave.
It's like I'm just gonna go fill up my water real quick, guys.
Well, I'm gonna go do the same because I've got a water skin too, and I need to fill it.
All right.
I
going
want
to
I'm
to
gonna
go.
go with because I don't want to feel left out.
Okay.
I'm just following Felix.
Straight to the Grimlock for me, get a drink, go to bed.
Also, I feel obligated because that green lady told me to keep an eye on Emma.
The green lady.
Gotcha. So it
At
is
least you didn't stab her.
Listen,
Felix,
Was
Emma,
it?
and Xanthion going to the well.
Yes.
What are the rest of you doing?
hey, Natari,
Watching
you want to
your
go to
kids
that?
get- Oh,
oh.
yes. Yes.
You want to go to the Lumpy Lady? That place looks like a blast.
I think people need to be, yes, pointing to religion in there. Let's go.
Let's
You're
do
gonna be
it.
like Marmal from Skyrim. You're the priest that goes to the bar to preach.
Let's break open that sacramental wine there, buddy.
Oh, I gotta bless it
Oh,
first.
God,
Yeah.
what was his name? What was Rabbi it
Tuckman.
Was it Tuckman? Men in Tights?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Rabbi Tuckman.
Rabbi Tuckman. It's a sacramental wine. It's for blessing things. There's
Mhm.
squirrels, there's trees. We'll bless everything. Let's get
We'll
fish
bless 'em
naked. Squirrels.
So you guys head
Squirrels?
off to the well. Petra, are you heading into the Lumpy Lady?
Yeah, Natari, are you coming with me?
All good intel comes from the bar, unfortunately, so I'm going with you.
Do you
Ugh,
guys-
You're gonna be boring about this. Okay.
And Ben, what is Fascion doing?
I am going straight to the Grimlock. I am having one shot and I shoot it. Then I go straight to the room and I flop down on the bed and I go to sleep.
Probably
Okay.
broke it.
Okay, good to know.
Is he in character?
And, Scott, what is Morlo doing?
Scott's with Dominique.
Oh, gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
so Morlo
Bedtime
just kind of
routine.
Morlo just has kind of like a glazed look in his eyes, and he wanders off randomly into Elmswing.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey,
Belay
Morlo.
that. Belay that.
Hey,
And then immediately snaps to his senses and comes back to the party.
What was I doing?
Morlo, you want to check out the Lumpy Lady with us? We're gonna go party. Well, I'm gonna go party. Natari's gonna be boring.
For context, the Lumpy Lady is a tavern.
Not a person.
Could be a prostitute. You never know.
Let's hope it's all of it.
Okay.
I think Scott just locked
We
up.
will determine what he's
He's
doing in a
frozen.
bit.
Actually, yeah, I would say I'm shutting the camera off. Aaron, have you seen Afterlife with Ricky Gervais on Netflix?
No.
Oh, damn. I was just thinking after I said prostitute, there's a character who she is a prostitute. And every time he says prostitute, she goes, sex worker, prostitute, sex worker.
I love that. Yes.
Okay, so Petra and Natari, you enter the establishment of the Lumpy Lady, which is a very fine-looking tavern. Large open common area with lots of different tables, some corner benches for people who like to tuck away into the shadows. Large L-shaped bar in the corner, behind which you see a human female, middle-aged, big frizzy shock of blonde hair, green eyes, wearing lots of baubles and costume jewelry, tending bar with a couple of other barmaids.
Is this place nicer than the Grizzled Grimlock?
Not on par. Just a nice place where a common Joe can go after work and have a pint or two to end the day. Working class bar.
Okay. All right.
Can I
Well,
say-
I'm just. Oh God, you go first.
Dean's got some good dance moves, by the way, but go ahead.
Yes, I know they're the best. Let me tell you.
They're so cute. Well, I'm gonna saunter up to the bar, like a cat, with a hella ton of confidence, and slap my paw down on the table and say, "Well, hello there, stranger.
So
What's your
the
name?"
middle-aged female
Yep.
who is wiping down the bar with a towel looks up as you slap your paw down. She just goes, well, hello there, Miss Kitty. How are you tonight?
Oh, come on. Okay. Well,
What
you
can I-
ruined the mood.
Well, what can I get for you?
Is this
Hey.
Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus?
The look is actually very similar. Yes.
Except blonde hair.
Yes.
It's like if Mrs. Frizzle and Professor Trelawney from the Harry Potter movies got together and had an offspring.
Hair like out to here.
Oh yeah,
It's horizontal.
She stopped caring about her hair probably about 3 years ago and just let it go. It is gone with the wind. And lots of scarves, lots of probably about 6 earrings in both ears, about 12 rings on the 2 hands combined. Yeah, she is decked out and gorgeous. This is what can I get you?
Well, first of all, you can get me your name.
Oh, sweetheart. I'm Indra Smoot. I'm the owner of the Lumpy Lady, so I guess you could say I am the Lumpy Lady.
Oh, well, by golly, that's just about the funniest thing I've ever heard.
What is your name, honey? I have never seen one of your kind before.
Well, my name's Petra, and my kind is Tabaxi. I am a Tabaxi. I don't go by Miss.
Well, you're
but I
to
appreciate
die
it.
for, let me tell you.
I get that a lot. Thank you.
What
a
are you
lot of
having?
people have died for me.
I bet.
You got any? How about something that's gonna hit hard and fast? Had a rough day. Fought a lot of dead people.
Well, I could give you my husband, but I'll tell you, you'd last about a week, and then you'd send him right back to me.
A week.
Don't I know it?
No, here you go. Here you go. Specialty of Elmswyn. Have you had Aquavita before?
Yes, of course. I love it so much. It's probably
listen,
my
this
favorite.
burns. This burns a little bit. This is from the Heisel House Distillery. This one's got some kick, and she pours you out of a brown glass bottle into a little ceramic cup about maybe 2 inches tall, and it is just a thick amber brown liquid that smells of licorice and fennel and anise and smoke. Lots of smoke.
All of my least favorite things in real life.
This is chewy. You can tell that this is chewy just from Yeah, just from the aroma getting from the cup to your nose.
All right. Well, bottoms up. Can't get any worse than this.
So what kind of a drink does Petra usually like?
Warm milk.
Saw that one coming.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Wait, you mean alcoholic drink?
Yes.
Oh.
Fermented milk.
I mean, she's a sailor. She's been everywhere, so she can probably
Alcoholic
handle her
milk.
liquor
Yeah, she's
really
okay.
well. She
Yeah, she's
prefers
okay.
milk. Like that's
Alcoholic
her
milk.
Yeah,
Milk
that's
is
her
great.
specialty, her delicacy.
Yeah, no,
But,
this burns a lot on the way down.
Yes.
This is and hits your stomach and just blossoms into that little flower of
Yes.
warm joy and regret.
Yep. I pound that down, slam my paw back on the table, say, "Hurts so good, give me another, please." And Natari, you does your god say that you can drink this stuff? You want one?
I'll take some seltzer water, Miss Fat Lady.
Ugh. Hey, lumpy
you.
lady to you.
Lumpy lady. Dang it.
Yeah.
Indra laughs and she's like, "Seltzer water?"
I know,
okay.
right?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what that is, but I can get you some regular water.
That's fine. Have you heard any rumors lately?
Unleavened bread, this guy.
Oh, honey, I hear rumors every day. It's what happens when you run a tavern. What are you interested in?
Shadows.
This is going well. Yeah. You're doing a great job, Natari. Keep going. I'm just gonna keep drinking while he does this.
Roll a
Heckle
persuasion
him.
check.
Ooh, persuasion. I gotta switch screens here. Persuasion. Oh, crappy dappy. Persuasion. There we go. Boom.
Wow.
And
I'm
pressing-
gonna jump in now. Say what he means is.
Oh, freak of five.
Have you seen anything unusual with undead people? Any rumors about evil stuff? Floating around here, shadows, zombies, anything like that.
I'm gonna say roll that at
Wasn't
disadvantage
undead
just
things?
because
Disadvantage.
because Jim poisoned the well on you. Okay, so 11.
Damn it.
No, that's okay. 11's
Okay.
the bad roll. So she just looks at you, and she just leans in a little bit. She says,
I'm gonna lean in too.
"Now, what have you heard?"
Well, it's not so much what we heard, my good lady. It's more so much what we stabbed. We stabbed a lot of things that were already dead. And we
And one
think.
thing that wasn't.
Shut. You're not even there, are you?
That's
I
true.
was
Even
saying that
We believe that there were some people who got caught by something nasty in the woods and killed and maybe used for nefarious purposes. We have a lot of their personal effects and we're trying to find who they are. Oh, oops. Was I
nope.
supposed to not say anything about undead stuff?
Hold up.
In-game?
It's too late.
The specifically what you guys were asked not to discuss
Oh, shoot.
were the shadows in Batilda Bergdorf's attic. This what Petra is talking about right now is something completely separate from that. So
Mhm.
technically she's in the clear on this.
All right.
She is in the clear.
I don't know if I'm not
little
sure I was
bit.
there when you guys were told you're not supposed to talk about this because I don't remember that about the shadowy stuff.
It's okay.
Okay.
Well, no. You were there. It was when the lieutenant from the Guards Corps asked you guys to help them keep an eye on things, but also
Okay.
asked you not to spread information about the shadows because they didn't want to incite it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But interestingly enough, Indra Smoot actually, as you're saying this, kind of leans into you and whispers, "Have you been at Batilda Bergdorf's house?"
Natari, you want to take this one?
Okay, so let's see here. Who do we have? Felix, jumping over to you for a second.
Who do I?
You guys head to the well in the town square.
Mm-hmm.
And Emma and Xanthion.
Yeah.
Fill your water bottle, and then what are you doing?
I look at them and say, let's go to the apothecary. Wait, what time of day is it?
By now, I would say 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Let's stop by the apothecary, see if they're open still.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys make your way back over out of Old Town into Southern Haymarket. Passing the lumpy lady on the way, glancing in and seeing Petra and Natari chatting up somebody's grandmother. And you arrive at the salvage apothecary. It is a stucco one-story building, about square, about 25 feet by 25 feet, small place. Vines growing up the side, thatched roof, a sign outside that bears the name of the establishment, with warm firelight inside, and the door does appear to be open.
So I lean my head in and I knock on the door. Knock, knock. Hello. Are you open for business at all?
So you hear from the back of the one room that encompasses this apothecary, a female voice ring out, and kind of melodious, kind of sing-song quality to it, and says, "Just a minute, hon, I'll be right there." A little bit of shuffling.
I'm fully into the building. I turn to my compatriots and
I've like
sort
already
of.
walked in.
Oh, all right.
You go to
Okay.
turn to Emma, and she is walking into the. All right. So you see from Xanthion, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm following Emily right behind her. I'm like,
I just imagine he's just like staring at her, just like, I have to watch you. I have to watch you.
Yes. Well, yes.
Is he like uncomfortably close?
I don't know. Xanthion, how close?
yes, yes.
Can you stay out of my personal bubble?
Oh, yeah. And then I like back up a little bit, but immediately move back in.
Got it. You see from the back there is a woman comes forward. She's wearing simple robes, salt and pepper hair tied back into a ponytail.
Hey.
Freckled face, kind of looks to be maybe in her late 30s, early 40s. Rolls up her sleeves. She's got some tincture or something on her hands. She's obviously working with a mortar and pestle in the back of the apothecary, mixing something up. Rolls her sleeves up and she says, "Oh yeah, what can I do for you? Welcome to Salvage."
Oh, well, thank you. It's a beautiful little idyllic shop you have here.
Oh, thank you so much.
We were out and about in the countryside, and we happened upon a potion or a salve, a balm, if you will, that had the label of your store on it.
Just out in the woods?
It might have been on something that meant to do us harm. So we dispatched with that, and upon investigating, we found this balm.
It was on a dead walker.
Yes, it was on an undead.
Oh my goodness.
Emma, we don't say that to people.
And
why?
Too late now. So
Felix
is going to kind of rub his temples and sort of try to salvage the situation. We were out there. We had a little run-in with the undead. We found this balm with your store's name on it, and I remember taking a note off of the notice board that said that you had an item that was missing.
Oh, yes. So are you here about the balm or about the notice?
Well, apparently those two things are different. So, yes to both.
Oh, okay. Sorry. What? Just to, first things first. What is your question about the balm that you found?
We just didn't know. Well, one, we thought that it would have been the item that was missing, and so wished to return it. And if it's not, then I'm we'd like to know more about it. It seems different.
Oh, okay. Well, do you have it on you?
Yes, and I reach into my robes and there it is.
She looks at it. She takes it out of your hand and she looks at it and she's like instant look of recognition as soon as she sees it. She's like, oh. It's not even opened. Oh, poor stupid girl. Stupid girl. Didn't even get a single use out of it. Yeah, this is mine. Sold this, oh gosh, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a young half elf girl came through, fresh out of the Alban, head full of notions of adventuring and daring do, was heading out into the woods to find her fortune. Wanted the strongest healing potion I had, and I talked her into buying this instead because she definitely didn't have any problems spending her daddy's money. A lot of good it did her. That's unfortunate.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear that.
Oh, I didn't know the girl. It's just I'm sorry to see her come to such a terrible end. I mean, she was nothing more than a customer to me. Very good customer. This is not inexpensive stuff. Yeah. I mean, she was young and fresh and green, and reminded me a little bit of myself when I was her age. And I wanted her to have something that would actually do her some good. So I talked her up into this, and I was hoping that she would, hoping it would keep her safe, but apparently it did not.
So, all right. First off, that isn't the missing item.
Oh no. This was a sale I made, a sizable sale, a few weeks ago. No, I never thought I would see this again. This is, yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, on that note, we encountered some undead, and one of our compatriots who did Felix know that they went to the Lumpy Lady, or did they walk off before that?
Well,
No.
they
They told you.
Okay.
They told you that they were going there, and then you noticed them in there on your way back through to salvage.
So I take time to explain the condition that Fossion was in. He seemed very, very pale. He's a dragonborn. Very pale, very clammy. Talked about something on the back of his neck. He had taken several bites from these undead, and no one could seem to figure out what was going on. But would it be possible to have you look at him?
Bites. Were they ghouls?
Well, first off, would Felix have been able to distinguish?
These were not ghouls.
Okay, so no, they were not ghouls. No. They look more like just regular zombies.
Zombies that bit. That's a new one on me. All right. Well, I'll tell you. If your friend is feeling ill, and she reaches the ointment back out to you, says, if your friend is feeling ill, give him 1 dose of this. It will clear up anything that is wrong with him.
How much is a dose?
Well, hold up, guys.
Sorry, Foss, you're suffering because I thought this was the item that we had to return.
It's okay.
Guys, pay attention. There might be domestic violence. We just want to make sure. Doesn't look like he's going to beat his son. He is pointing a lot.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Someone's in trouble.
Okay.
Oh, someone is really in trouble.
Now
I
he's
gotta-
shaking the finger.
He's either really disappointed or he's casting a spell.
Oh, each of you roll a d20 for
Dexterity save.
Roll for initiative.
One of those kids better roll for charisma.
Roll persuasion to make sure Dad doesn't lose his shit.
I'm playing with my friends. You guys leave me alone. Oh, here he comes.
Wasn't the undead
You
stuff
guys
supposed to
always
stay
ruin
on
my
the down low?
games.
All right, now let Dad play. I'm
Uh-oh.
serious
Oh,
now.
shoot.
Let
Uh-oh.
Dad
Stop
play.
messing up my game.
We spoke too soon.
Hush, or I will cast a curse upon you.
I'm serious. If you will not let me play Dungeons and Dragons, you are all grounded.
All right. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, how's everything going?
Just fine. Okay, Ben, I need you to upload this to YouTube as fast as you can because I want to see what I missed.
We're just role playing. That's all.
All right. Everyone take
Sometimes I forget that we're like live streaming.
27 points of force damage. No, okay.
You deserve it.
Dead.
No. Okay.
Dead, Emma.
Stepping
Yeah,
back
I
in.
am.
Stepping
right.
back into character. This woman hands you the ointment back and just says, if your friend's feeling ill, give him 1 dose of this. This is a full 5 doses. Give him 1/5 of this, either at the area where he says he feels pain or just to ingest. He will be right as rain. This will fix anything that ails him.
All right, all right.
What are you missing?
And then, yes, as my elf friend said so eloquently, what are you missing?
Half elf.
I am missing.
Are you sure?
That I'm a half elf? Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Well, that's going on. I am missing a pearl, a freshwater pearl, about that big, about 50 gold pieces in price, and it is especially important to my livelihood.
All right, so it is a freshwater pearl, you said.
Yes. Felix, roll
You didn't
Arcana.
find it on the body, though. Just making sure.
1 second. Find. There we go. What did you need me to roll again? I
Roll.
apologize.
Roll Arcana.
This is going to be the one roll where it tanks.
Yeah, the one.
Oh, 15? Yeah, no problem. That is a fairly common material component for the spell locate object. You know that.
So wait, the pearl is fairly common, or it is fairly commonly used in locate object?
That is something that is fairly commonly used as the pearl itself. No, a 50 gold piece pearl is.
Oh, it was 50. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but the fact that she specified that it was a pearl worth 50 gold pieces sparked something in the back of your mind, and you realized, wait a minute, that could be a spell component for locate object, is the way that it comes to you.
Well, pardon my curiosity, but in my line of work, that's used as a spell component to locate something else. Would it be better just to cut out the middleman and locate what it is you're trying to find? If that's what you're using it for.
I have lost the component that I use to locate objects.
Okay.
I am a mess of a diviner. But I swear I have no idea where it has gotten off to, and I am under the impression that somebody had to pilfer it.
Where did you have it last?
The last place I remember having it is right here in this apothecary. This is where I do my work. This is where I cast spells for hire.
Okay, so then it's a general measure. Felix looks around. How clean or messy is this place?
I mean, it's there's lots of plant life growing in here, but I mean, it's not particularly a disaster.
Okay, so it's not like books everywhere, torn
No.
papers.
Okay. It's not. You wouldn't eat off the floors, but I mean, it's not like a a shrine to disorganization by any means.
Okay. Well, what I
Shrine
mean,
to
Adam,
empathy.
and I apologize. I never got your name.
Ellie, you can call me Ellie. Ellie Hofbauer, proprietor of the Salvage Apothecary.
Ah, Ellie. Felix. Pleasure to meet you.
Yes, diviner extraordinaire and alchemist of the fine arts.
So then, well, where is the exact location where you kept it? I figured you probably kept it in the building itself.
I do. I keep it in the building. Usually I keep it on my person, and that's what's amazing to me. I had somebody who needed me to find something for them. I reached into my pocket to retrieve the pearl so I could cast the spell, and it wasn't there.
It was Ellie what?
Hofbauer.
Hofbauer. Okay. Okay. So you kept it on your person. You no longer have it. You didn't leave the store.
I mean, I do leave the store, but I mean, okay, so I mean, obviously, I only retrieve this. I only retrieve it out of my purse when I'm ready to cast a spell.
Correct.
I last cast the spell for hire. Let's see. Today is what is today? Today's the 14th. Oh gosh, I know that I cast the spell once at the first week of the month, so I think that was on the 4th. So it's been a good fortnight since I've cast it. And then in the interim, I go in to reach into my pocket and it's gone. Really, what I am looking for is somebody who could probably keep their ear to the ground and see if somebody is trying to fence a similar object, just so that I know that something has happened to it.
All right. Well, we have people who excel at gathering information. I will relay that to her.
They're going to turn into a fence?
No,
Emma, no.
Xanthion. Oh Lord. A fence is someone who takes illegally, stolen goods and tries to sell them on the black market.
Ellie,
No, a fence is the thing that goes around houses.
Ellie reaches forward and tousles your hair, Emma, and just like, you are so cute. Is she your daughter?
No.
I sort of step away from her.
No.
And she lets you go. She doesn't want to make it weird.
All right. Well, yes, we'll get that information and we'll get this to our
Yes.
compatriot.
I certainly don't expect you to turn it up immediately, but just the more people that I get the word out to that it is missing, I think the more ears that I have listening. If you come across anybody who is trying to unload a pearl, it's not a super precious gem or anything like that, but it's precious to me. You will be rewarded if you return it to me.
Apparently Foss is dead. So then I turn to Xanthion and Emma, and I hand Emma the balm, and I tell both of them. I tell Emma,
yes,
get this to Foss, the Dragon Man. All right. Make sure he takes a 1/5 of this. He can drink it, or he can rub it on his wounds. All right?
I would more chew it down, Ellie says.
Okay.
Yeah, that's some thick stuff.
Okay. So he can ingest it through his mouth, or he can rub it on whatever spot hurts him. All right? Can you do that for me, Ellie?
That's not my name.
Damn it, Emma.
Ellie slaps your shoulder, Felix, and it's like, I'm Ellie, silly.
My apologies for swearing, but can you do that for me, Emma?
I guess.
Thank you.
Why can't you do it yourself?
I'm going to take care of something here in a second.
He's gonna go check out the lumpy lady.
And then Xanthion, I put my hand on your shoulder, and Xanthion, can you tell Petra the details about this pearl and to keep an eye out? She has a knack for getting information.
I'm gone.
Yep.
And Felix goes, follow Emma, don't leave her be.
Okay, I'll go. Emma, wait, we have to make a stop.
All right.
Why?
And then Felix is going to go to the dormitory.
Okay, and now Felix, as you're walking out, Ellie does stop you, and she says, "Now remember, if this does the trick, and it will, I promise, I know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I am the only apothecary hold up. I am the only apothecary this side of Holmhurst where you can buy Kyotum's ointment.
Kyotum's ointment?
Yeah, that's Kyotum's ointment. That's the official name of it. I call it a panacea or a restorative balm, but I am the only one. I know the secret directly from the person who invented it.
Wow.
How do you spell that?
K. Hold on.
I know. I'm just asking all these questions.
I have it. Hold on. KEOGH
GH?
TUM apostrophe S.
Okay. All right. So Kyotum's ointment. Okay. So
Quite a bit more effective than any healing potion. I guarantee you that.
Ellie, not Ellie, damn it, Emma.
I'm already gone.
Oh, she's already gone.
No. This is sorry. Isaac. My apologies. I should have said your actual name. I'm gonna post that in the chat so you can put that in your inventory.
All right.
So there we go. That's how I typed it out.
Actually, I can do that. That's no problem. I'll just add it to your character sheet, Emma.
All right.
Okay. So then, yeah, I go to the dormitory after they head out to the lumpy lady.
So you head out to the dormitory, back to the lumpy lady for just a moment. Actually, is that where you're heading, Xanthion?
Yeah, that's where I'm dragging Emma.
All right, so back
isn't that where Fossion is at?
No, Fossion is at the Grizzled Grimlock.
I'm just headed straight there.
Yeah.
No, I'm
just headed straight to Grizzled Grimlock.
What?
Emma, Felix told me to keep an eye on you. Don't do that. Wait.
And she's totally going off down the lane. So back into the lumpy lady. So Petra, Indra Smoot has leaned across the bar to you and says, "Have you been in Batilda Bergdorf's attic?"
Maybe.
Oh my gosh! Is
Why?
Roll memory.
Did she? Her husband?
What? Her who? She has a husband?
Did she? Is it true?
Oh no, I did. Just kidding. No, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't pay attention to things.
You are the worst.
I know.
Pours you another shot.
Thank you.
Throws it behind you.
I have another question to ask you. What was that guy's name? The disappeared guy that we found dead.
Cy Bellington.
Thank you. I remember it started with a P. Do you know Cy Bellington? I know he went missing. Do you know what happened around that?
Yeah, Cy. He stays over at the dormitorium next door. Down by Salvage. Yeah, no, he's a bit of a drinker.
Ah, okay. Does he have family?
Well, he's got his wife. They take a room at the dormitorium together.
Okay. Yeah. How would I? Where's the dormitory? I should probably go talk to her.
So you go back down Rybok Way like you're going to go out of town to the south.
Okay.
And you'll pass Salvage, and then right after that, it's the last building on the right as you're leaving town.
Sure. Okay. Well, I got to make a mental note to go back to that. Natari?
Yes.
Help me out here, bud. Anything?
Do you know? I pull out a tin badge in the shape of a 5-pointed star and ask him if he knows, or ask her if she knows anything about this.
Oh yeah, that's the the membership token for the Elmswain Brewers Guild. I see those all over town here.
Mm-hmm.
Membership of what?
The Brewers Guild, for the breweries across the way in Brewers End. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of. It's the biggest guild in Elmswain. Yeah, you'll see those. Those are a dime a dozen. Half this town makes its living off of brewing.
What about this tarot card? Do you know anything about this?
No, I don't deal with that, honey. That's just all a bunch of superstition.
Oh well, okay. Hey, how about this cool canary? and I whip it out of my mouth.
Did you eat it?
I cough it up.
No, yes.
Is
It's
it-
like,
is it-
how about this? How about
is
this
it-
canary?
Is there like a hairball attached to it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, just a pool of like vitriol and
Mhm.
hair.
I'll clean it up later, I promise. Well, I'll clean it up now. But canary,
Oh.
It's-
Oh wow,
I don't want it
yeah,
anymore.
that's Mim's handiwork right there. Oh yeah, I'd know that anywhere. Mim, Mim Tiffaweiss. She runs. She's the bookbinder. She runs the Rectiversorium, just north of
Mhm.
here.
Okay.
Tiny little thing, gnome lady. Makes these little trinkets, sells them on the side, just little clockwork
Okay.
knickknacks.
Yeah, I like this thing. So
Yeah,
I want more of those.
yeah. It's just the other side of Old Town in Northern Haymarket. You can't miss it. Big building, right next to the Guild House.
Oh, cool. And then that'll be just one trip then, won't it, Natari?
Yes, sir, ma'am.
Does the thing make sound?
The canary?
It's kind of weird when for the 3 seconds you had it before Petra stole it
Yeah.
back from you. It doesn't emit sound, like it doesn't have like a music box in it, but like the metal like that jingles as it jumps around in its clockwork pattern does actually kind of resemble birdsong a little bit.
All right.
Yeah. So you know anything about the undead zombies, by the way? You have a zombie infestation, a problem here?
Oh, honey,
Another-
no.
No?
The Guards Corps keeps us pretty safe. No, really.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they keep us all pretty safe. Yeah, they're great.
You're a little bit of a rebel, aren't you, dear?
What? No.
I like
no.
you.
Aw,
I
thanks.
like you.
I like you too. Can I get another drink?
Oh, well, I mean, if you give me another 5 silver, you can.
I like you too. You give me alcohol.
Hold on. Natari, what's that thing over there? And I want the thing over there in the bar. Do you know that person over there? They look really familiar. Did you see them way over
That's,
behind you?
Whatchamacallit? What's her name?
Wait, while he's looking, I want to pick his pocket for 5 silver.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Okay. Do
Get your paws off me.
so yeah, that interesting person over there.
And
Yeah. I think you should go interview them with your
Natari,
seltzer
roll
water.
perception.
Oh, yes. This is where I roll good. Where's it at? Come on, give me a second. It. Oh yeah, with a +5. Boom, what up now?
So close.
Oh!
So yeah,
I
no,
was rooting for you.
they look like they have a seltzer water too. You might get along. They look pretty interesting.
She's picking your pocket, hon.
Hey, I thought we were friends.
Sold down the river.
Hey, that's not a
Come
gold coin.
on,
Natari, you look up at Indra, who is looking at Petra, who has
Indra.
her and she's just laughing. She is just a jovial belly laugh. And Natari, you look over, and Petra totally has her hand down into your coin purse.
That's not a coin purse. That's something else.
Just put it back.
Oh,
There you go.
oh God! All right, so that's
Okay, well,
Indra.
he fell for it. Indra, I thought we were friends. Come
Oh,
on.
honey, I love you, but I don't abide a thief in my establishment, hun.
Oh man, I gotta go.
All right, that'll be 1 gold and 5 silver for the 3 drinks.
Natari, pay the lady.
I got it.
You two are a riot. Listen,
You
honey.
had a water.
Listen, Miss Kitty, if you can keep your hands to yourself, you're welcome back here anytime at the Lumpy Lady.
Aw, thank you. I will keep my hands to myself only in here because you're so nice and pretty.
Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
And Xanthion, you walk in.
Cool. Petra, I scream at her from across the
Oh,
tavern.
Jesus Christ.
Petra,
The
Petra,
child's
Petra,
gone.
Petra.
What, Zyrtec?
Petra.
What do you want?
It's
What,
Xanthion.
Zyrtec?
I lost the kid.
For
Of
one,
course you
I
did.
lost Emma. Two, Felix told me to tell you that you need to keep your ear out for information about a pearl.
Tell Felix he can lick my round little pink butthole.
Oh,
I'm drinking.
You already did.
And you lost Emma. Go find her. What are you doing here?
I was just doing what. Okay, and then
Go
I go
away.
try to find Emma.
Yeah, go away. What's wrong with you, man? Natari, what's wrong with him?
I'm sorry.
Go find Emma. Oh my
And then I
god. You
leave and
lost
go
a
find
child.
Emma. Why am I the only one in charge of her?
Because you're the protector. You're the half elf.
Where's the turtle at?
Oh my gosh, you're yelling in a bar and it's totally harshing my vibe. Can you please go? I don't know where he
Fine.
is. Bye.
Man, those fleas are really pissing her off.
God. Kids, am I right, Indra? Jeez.
And Emma, you arrive at the Grizzled Grimlock.
I step into this 10-year-old girl steps into the bar and just starts looking around for Foss.
So you see behind the bar in the common room of the tavern, you see this old grizzled-looking guy. He's missing his he's missing his right eye. He's missing some fingers on his left hand. Has a very warm smile. Looks up at you and says, "Are you lost, sweetheart?"
How is he looking up at me?
No, looks up from the tankard that he is
okay.
washing as you come in. Looks up from that over the bar at you and says, "You lost, sweetheart?"
I'm looking for the big lizard guy.
Oh, he's upstairs. He's in his room, top of the stairs to the left, second door on the left.
Okay.
He looks pretty rough.
Yeah, I know. And I start heading up there.
Yeah, I
Okay. Usually don't allow kids by themselves. Okay.
And she's gone.
And gone. And it's gone.
And you go up to the room.
All right. I knock on the door.
Foss, you are awoken by a knock at the door.
I walk over to the door and I just, who is it?
Your knees almost buckle as you stand up from the bed.
Oh, shit. Who is it?
Sama.
Okay. I open the door. What
I
are
have
you
med-
doing here?
I have medicine for you. You're supposed to take one of this.
I take
Do
the
it.
bottle.
Oh
Who
god.
gave you this bottle?
No,
Felix.
you know the
No.
bottle. You
Yeah,
you
Felix.
instantly recognize the bottle, the
I'm
jar.
supposed to take. Okay.
I think you're supposed to take 1/4 of it.
One.
It might be a 6 or half. Or
Fractions are
all of
hard.
it.
Just take the whole thing.
Math.
She's only 10.
I would trust a 10-year-old.
I take the whole bottle.
Actually, no. You absolutely cannot drink the whole
Chug
bottle
it.
because it is thick. It is this.
Oh.
It is the consistency. What? Upstairs.
Is that a real life roll too?
They are. It is the
He
consistency.
puts the whole
of,
bottle in his mouth and
like
bites it
thick
out.
Swallows
vapor
it whole.
So you do tip it up to try to drink it, and it just stays there.
It's like a cement mixer.
He said you could infest it into your face, or you could
It's so accurate to 10-year-olds.
Into your face.
you could put it on your flesh where it's hurt.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And I just start shaking it out on my hand like ketchup bottle.
You actually have to dip your finger in a little bit. It does not move at all. Like it is the consistency of petroleum jelly. Like you could shake it for like, hours.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Well, I tried to get.
You have health potion Vaseline.
Pretty much, yeah.
I try to get
Mm.
as what I consider to be a fourth because that's the least amount that she said.
Yeah, that's fine. You dip a little bit out onto your finger.
No, the least amount I said was a 6.
Okay,
That
a
is
six.
true.
Okay.
Yeah, take some.
I
Or we
take some of the damn Vaseline potion.
Huh?
Close your eyes.
The normal amount of Vaseline you'd normally take.
You should have seen
Ha! Sex joke.
That's
What is
cool.
that?
Oh,
Baby,
Whoa, whoa,
baby
whoa, whoa,
Yoda,
what,
baby
Those.
what?
Yoda, baby
that's
Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Oh!
Yoda.
Oh my
Dean, are you
goodness.
hungry? Okay.
Yes, of course he is. All right. So what are we doing? Are we ingesting or rubbing?
Ingesting.
All right. You choke it down. It actually tastes strangely
Hold on.
not bad. It tastes kind of like mint and aloe.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
You
How do you,
Jim.
Jim? How do you know what Vaseline tastes like?
Tastes kind of like salt.
Are you ingesting or rubbing, Jim?
I down the viscous fluid.
you regain 12 hit points and you instantly feel a weight lift from your shoulders. Like you still feel exhausted. You still have a level of exhaustion, but it is like a sense of lethargy that you weren't even aware you were carrying around until it is lifted.
Hi, Dean.
Dean, you need to roll for bedtime.
Yep. And
As soon as
you,
I feel that way, I'm gonna. Woo! That's
Ric
good.
Flair. We had a Ric Flair moment.
And I'm gonna look at the bottle, then look at Emma, and I'm gonna be like, "I'm keeping this."
Why?
I thought you were gonna say you eat the rest of it.
okay.
All the humanity! Stop the match! Stop the
And-
damn match!
I love it. And I hate to do it, but on Fossion's Ric Flair impression, we will pick up there next session. That was fantastic. Everyone gets hold up.
We're at 500 right now.
Yeah.
Some of us.
That doesn't change the amount that you actually earn though.
Some of us.
Okay. You each get 155 experience points.
Okay.
And didn't you say something about a different level of experience we got last time?
I changed it. I changed that.
Oh, you've already changed it.
See you,
Bye,
Dean.
Hi, Dean.
Yeah, so no, everything from last time has been taken care of. I just went into each of your character sheets and adjusted that.
So we got 100 and what this time?
155.
155.
So, us new players are at level 2 now?
Should be.
355?
Yep. And then did any of the level 2s hit level 3 with that?
No.
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 Okay, cool. If I say any of you, you all are at the same. So if any of you did, all of you did. Okay. Awesome. Newbies, I will level you guys up at the beginning of next session, which will be 2 Thursdays from right now. Or actually just 2 weeks from right now. Logan, as soon as you have your schedule for 2 weeks from now, can you please let us know what it is so we can plan accordingly?
Yes.
Awesome. Great job, everybody. Sorry we were a little bit late getting started because of technical issues. Appreciate it. Excellent role play tonight. Love you all. I will see you
Nighty-night.
next time.
Time. See you guys.
Before you
Oh,
go,
yeah.
Tomorrow morning, would you be available to talk?
Always for you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I got to drive to Peoria in the morning for an appointment, so I'll call you and we'll discuss some things.
Okay.
Bye, bye, Baby Yoda.
All right. Love you guys. Peace out.
Nighty
Much
night.
love.
Bye.